that only a Gandhi can lead the Congress party, and that in a sense is Parivarvaad. It's not so much having someone who is related to someone else in the party, but that there can be only one line of succession.
I'd like to first wish your viewers and all of you a very happy Independence Day. It is the travesty of our times that the BJP spokesperson, who's also a member of parliament, actually has the audacity to come on air and question the mandate of our people. 75 साल आजादी के मना रहे हैं और आपके अनुसार इस देश के किसी भी प्रधानमंत्री अटल जी और मोदी जी को छोड़कर कोई मैंडेट ही नहीं मिला था, तो आप उनका तिरस्कार या उनका इंसल्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं, आप उस देश के लोगों की इंसल्ट कर रहे हैं जिन्होंने लोगों को चुनकर विश्वास से भेजा।
Madam, I have said first time, just one correction, first time when they become PM.
I did not speak in between, please do not. सुधांशु जी, I did not speak in between. Offer me the.
नहीं, आप वाइट टू करेक्ट, आप मिसकोट कर रही मेरे को, इसलिए मैंने कहा पहली बार जब प्रधानमंत्री बने, बस इतना।
प्लीज वेट, आपको जितना बोलना है आप बोल लीजिए, उसके बाद मैं बोलूंगी। नो, I think you are disrespecting the mandate of the people.
हाँ, मैं क्लियर कर दूं, मैंने कहा जब वो प्रथम बार प्रधानमंत्री बने कोई भी जनता से चुन के नहीं आया था, बस इतना। डू नॉट से कि मैंने पीपल मैंडेट का विरोध किया, मैंने कहा फर्स्ट टाइम, बस। अब आप बोलिए।
अगर आपने अगली बार बोला और मैं लगातार आपके बीच में बोलती रही तो आपको बड़ा कष्ट हो जाएगा।
Okay, Sudhanshu ji, you've given your clarification now. Let Supriya continue.
Yes.
No, I will still go on to make the point. He's disrespecting the mandate that people have given to all of these prime ministers. You should apologize while we are celebrating 75 years of our independence. What is this Parivarvaad? What is this family debate? I really want to understand. The BJP has all the dynasts with them. What is this rubbish about the Congress presidents? I really want to ask. हमारे यहाँ तो चुनाव करके प्रेसिडेंट बनाया जाता है, आपके यहाँ कभी कोई चुनाव हुआ है? अमित शाह जी या जेपी नड्डा जी चुनाव होके प्रेसिडेंट से बने थे? अगर मैं ये बोलूं, and I have a very clear conscience on this, अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं, is Pankaj Singh a product of dynasty or is he a product of electoral politics? Rajnath Singh's son, I'm presuming you will say electoral politics. You can be whoever, but if you are elected by the people, you have to respect their mandate.
Okay.
How many people in this country can get elected? And if you are getting elected, those who blame you for Parivarvaad are actually negating and insulting the people who vote for you.
Okay.
So you can sit here and pontificate, but answer simple questions.
Okay, I have a question, Sudhanshu Trivedi, I have a question for you. When you say that, let's say in Congress party, only one family can be the president, or you've targeted their prime ministers also. My question to you is, as long as that party delivers, as long as the government delivers, what is the issue here? Why do you oppose Parivarvaad or one politician coming from a certain family or background as long as they can deliver? Ultimately, it should be about the person's capability.
It's a completely useless debate.
Yes. The question is quite correct.
Till the things that Mr. Modi could not deliver in the last 8 years. He goes on to the pandemonium and starts talking about things that he hasn't been able to deliver. These are distractionary tactics. Welcome to the world of Mr. Modi. He will never face a problem as it exists. He did not speak a word on price rise.
Okay, Supriya, this question was for Mr. Trivedi. Please let him answer, then I'll come back to you. Mr. Trivedi.
You have raised an appropriate question. Till the person delivers, there is no problem. Okay. That's what I am saying. Till the democracy was not mature, they were delivering. जब तक बैलेट से कोई इलेक्शन होते थे, बूथ कैप्चरिंग होती थी, ये जीतते थे. Till the open media was not there, ये जीतते थे. Till the multiple channels were not there, ये जीतते थे. जब से सीसीटीवी आ गए, ये जीतते थे. उससे पहले जब तक वोटर आईडी कार्ड नहीं था, ये जीतते थे. ग्रेजुअली द इलेक्टोरल चेंजेस, और जब तक इंडिया में रेट ऑफ लिटरेसी 50% से कम था, ये जीतते थे. Gradually, as the rate of literacy started, transparency started, you just see the graph. In the same manner, the decline of Congress party happened. बस मैंने तो सिर्फ फैक्ट बताया. Please do not.
Are you telling me every election?
No, I am not insulting. I am saying when the rate of literacy of India was 15%, you were getting the clear majority. When the rate of literacy was 34%, then you got 400. बताइए उसके बाद कभी majority मिली? When India crossed the literacy rate 50%, बताइए कभी मिली?
Get your bearings right.
अरे
You
क्या बता
sound
रहे हैं भाई?
insane when you
नेहरू
say
जी
that.
पहली बार
Sorry to
प्रधानमंत्री
say
बने थे
this.
तो क्या पब्लिक से चुन के बने
आप
थे?
क्या बोल रहे हैं?
पब्लिक से चुन
ये
के बने
सारे
थे?
चुनाव
बेवजह
बैलेट
की
से
तरीके
जीते
से बहस
गए।
करिए।
क्या बेवकूफ़ी
When Nehru
की बात
became
कर रहे
Prime
हैं
Minister?
आप एक
2nd
MP
September
हैं।
1946.
संविधान की
Not on
सुरक्षा की बात
1947.
कीजिए। क्या बोलते हैं
इस
ये
ढंग से
लोग?
बीच में डिस्टर्ब करने लगती है।
You can
आराम
say
से।
for all I care, but what you're stating
सिर्फ ये
right
बताइए,
now
when Nehru
is what
became
a
Prime Minister,
cynical man can say.
give me the
How
date.
senile. I'm sorry to say.
Do
this.
Okay,
not-
let's
do not
go one by
interrupt
one.
us.
Let's not interrupt each other.
When Nehru became
Otherwise,
Prime
you'll not
Minister.
like it when it happens over your turn. Let's not do this. I want to go across to Kailash Adhikari. Kailash Adhikari, just take forward from what Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi is saying and what the Prime Minister has said today, that Parivarvaad and corruption are the two biggest banes of independent India at this stage of its life, 75 years of independence. Why? Why do you think so? These two are the ones that the Prime Minister highlighted.
Absolutely, Shivani, and I certainly support what Honorable Prime Minister said today in his address at the occasion of the 75th Independence Day of our great nation. Corruption and red tapeism एक दीमक की तरह है जो इस देश को खा रहे हैं. So naturally, the foremost priority of the government is to weed out the corruption. If we want to achieve those 5 pledges, that is a developed India by 2047, as put forward by Honorable Prime Minister, corruption has to go out. That is the foremost priority at each and every level. It is not about at a very top ministerial level or even at the level where a small constable is involved. At each and every level, corruption has to be moved.
Right. And what about
weed out,
nepotism? Why do you think this harms India? Is it just about politics? Because nepotism is not just in Indian politics. It exists, for example, in businesses, in the industry, in families. I mean, when they have their own, small businesses as well. So why is it that nepotism is so bad in Indian politics, you think?
Shivani, nepotism, somewhere it could, the word nepotism could be used, somewhere the word Parivarvaad could be used. It exists everywhere. I mean, you call it in business, you call it in Bollywood, you call it in politics. But what Honorable Prime Minister mentioned it was that one should have the capability to rise to that. It should not be that, I am entitled to a particular chair just because my father or grandfather was on that particular chair. That is not what the hallmark of a democracy is. Okay. So I don't see anything wrong when he mentioned that corruption and nepotism are the two things.
But
because
here's the question:
if an undeserving candidate is been given a chance repeatedly because of nepotism, that means you're taking away a chance of a deserving candidate.
But here's the question:
corruption and nepotism, yes, the two most important.
Here's the question: let's say in an Indian democracy, what a party does individually, it will answer for itself. For example, if the question is about family-based parties. But in a democracy, even if you give someone undeserving repeated chances, it is ultimately the people's choice.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of our democracy, Shivani. And that's what Honorable Prime Minister also mentioned in his address, that the world looks up to Indian democracy. We are the hallmark of democracy. We are the good definition of a good democratic country because we are the world's largest democracy. And at the end of the day, it is a people's mandate. They decided, and as Sudhanshu said, when transparency came in, gradually when transparency came in, when literacy percent in our nation rose, people understood. And that's when they vote with the complete rationality.
Okay.